All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this Athenian Stranger tutorial video where today we are going to work through this solving proportional equations worksheet. Okay, so this was a 10-question assignment, and like in other solutions videos, I'm going to move pretty quickly because the intention here is that it's a help for you if you need some specific assistance with one problem or other. So I don't want this to take too long, but I'll try to explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. All right. So this is going to be solved. These proportions will be solved using the butterfly method, and that looks like this. Okay. Some people call it cross multiply and divide. All right. So a cross product. Right. So this is 6 times 10. We'll write. I don't know how I want to do this. I'm going to write like this. 6 times 10 equals 2 times m. 2 times m. All right, so what is 6 times 10? 6 times 10 is 60, and that is equal to 2 times m. Okay, we'll divide the top and the bottom by 2, or rather we'll divide both sides by 2. 30 divided by 2, or 60 divided by 2 is 30. And these 2's cancel. 30 equals m. All right, number 2. 9 over x equals 2 over 6. Okay, again, butterfly, and then write out what it is. 9 times 6. 9 times 6 equals what? 2 times x. 2 times x. All right, so what is 9 times 6? 9 times 6 is 54. 54 equals 2x, or 2 times x. To get x by itself, we just divide both sides by 2. Okay, and the 2's cancel. And now we do 54 divided by 2. And if we didn't know that, we would do over here 54 divided by 2. 2 goes into 5 twice. Okay, there's one remainder. 2 goes into 14 7 times. All right, so 27 equals x. All right, number 3. Different type of problem coming up. Number 3, we have 3 over n plus 5 equals negative 2 over 4. Butterfly. We're going to capture the whole denominator there. And actually, probably should have done this. You need to put this denominator right in parentheses. Okay, so now let's multiply. 3 times 4. So we write 3 times 4. What does that equal? This is important. I'm going to slow down a little bit. Negative 2. And then we're going to use this parenthesis notation. I'm just going to put this. Open parenthesis. N plus 5. Close parenthesis. Right? So I'm going to draw lines. And now 3 times 4 is 12. Equals negative 2 times n is just negative 2n, and negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. To get n by itself, I've got to continue isolating the variable, so I'll add 10 to both sides. 12 plus 10 is 22. Negative 10 plus 10 is 0. Okay? So now we'll rewrite what's left. 22 equals negative 2n. Divide both sides by negative 2. And 2 divided by negative 2 is negative 11. These cancel. All that's left on the right is n. So negative 11 is equal to n. Number 4, we have negative 4 over x minus 9 equals 8 over 6. Okay, butterfly. Let's write it out. Negative 4 times 6. Negative 4 times 6 equals. And now, once again, put this in parentheses and write 8, open parenthesis, x minus 9, close parenthesis. Remember, this means multiply right in here. That means multiply, but you got to multiply by everything inside. Negative 4 times 6, negative 24, equals 8 times x, 8x. 8 times negative 9, that's negative 72. Okay, now what? Well, now we add 72 to both sides. Negative 24 plus 72 is plus or positive 48, and that is equal to 8x. Divide both sides by 8. Oops, running out of paper there. These 8's cancel. 48 divided by 8 is 6, equals x. Okay, I think I'll move to a new piece of paper. Number 5. Number 5. Number 5, we're given 8/3 equals x plus 10 over x. All right, so what do we do? Butterfly, the whole thing. And remember, put this expression in parentheses. Now let's write it out. 8 times x, 8 times x equals 3 times x plus 10. So we write that 3 open parentheses x plus 10 close parentheses. Distribute. 8 times x is 8x equals 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 10 is positive 30. All right, I want to get x by itself, so I'll subtract 3x from both sides. Okay, on the right, 3x minus 3x is 0. 8x minus 3x is 5x. Let's rewrite. Now I have 5x equals 30. Divide both sides by 5. The 5's cancel. Now I have x equals 30 divided by 5, which is 6. Number 6, moving right along. V over 10 equals V minus 7, okay, over 8. Put this in parentheses, butterfly, no worries. V times 8, well, that's just 8 times V. We like to put the number in front. You don't have to, but it's going to come up always with the number in front. And now 10, open parenthesis, V minus 7. Close parenthesis, right? Want to make sure that's clear. Minus. Distribute the 10. 8 times V is 8V equals 10 times V is 10V. 10 times negative 7 is negative 70. All right? We're going to isolate the variable, right? So we've got to move the 10 over. We'll subtract 10 from both sides. 8 minus 10 is negative 2V. So 8V minus 10V is negative 2V. Starting to look a little bit like an X. And this is 0. Let's rewrite. Negative 2V equals negative 70. Okay? Divide both sides by negative 2 to isolate V. Negative 2's cancel on the left. V equals Negative by negative is a positive. 70 by 2 is 35. V is 35. Let's do number 7. Number 7, you're given negative 2 over 10 equals n plus 3 over n minus 1. Okay, remember we're going to put these in parentheses so we don't forget that we're going to distribute. And then butterfly. Let's write it out, guys. Negative 2 times, okay, parentheses, n minus 1 equals 10 times, okay, parentheses, n plus 3, close parentheses. Distribute both sides. Let's do the math. Negative 2 times n is negative 2n. Negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2. Equals 10 times n is 10n. 10 times 3 is positive 30. We're going to isolate the variable. It's easier to isolate it on the right. Okay. So on the left, negative 2n plus 2n is 0. 10n plus 2n is 12n. Now let's rewrite. I've got 2 equals 12n plus 30. Okay, we'll isolate by subtracting 30 from both sides. So 2 minus 30 is negative 28 equals 12n. You got to divide both sides by 12. On the right, they cancel, so we now have n equals negative 28 over 12. We have to factor out the GCF, so we take 28 and 12, and if you don't, if you're not already thinking of it, you break it down. 2 times 14, 2 times 7, 2 times 6, 2 times 3. Circle the ones that are common. Here, 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 here. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. That means the GCF equals 4. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to divide out 4 on the top and the bottom. So negative 28 divided by 4, 12 divided by 4. Negative 28 divided by 4 is negative 7. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So negative 7/3 equals the reduced fraction n. Okay, we're on to number 8. We've got r minus 2 over r minus 3 equals 2 over 9. Let's make that look more like a 2. 2 over 9. So we're going to put these in parentheses and then butterfly. Let's multiply it out. You've got 9 times, okay, which is just open parentheses, r minus 2, close parentheses, equals 2, open parentheses, r minus 3, close parentheses. Okay, draw your distribution signs and multiply it out. 9 times r is 9r. 9 times negative 2 is negative 18, equals 2 times r is 2r. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Again, we got to isolate the variable, so we'll subtract 2r from both sides. 2r minus 2r is 0. 9r minus 2r is 7r. Let's rewrite. 7r minus 18 equals negative 6. Plus 18 on both sides. Now, on the left, negative 18 plus 18 is 0. Negative 6 plus 18 is 12. Let's rewrite. I've got 7r equals 12. Divide both sides by 7. The 7's cancel. We have r equals 12 over 7. They have no common factors, right? If you were to break down 7 and 12, 7's prime, so it's just 1 and 7. 12 is 2 and 6, and then 2 and 3. So there's no common factors, therefore this is fully simplified already. Number 9, we're given negative 8 over v minus 10 equals 4 over v plus 2. Okay, so we're going to pull this minus sign up here. All right, he'll just be moved. And now we'll do our parentheses here and here. And butterfly. Butterfly. Negative 8. Open parentheses. V plus 2. Close parentheses equals 4. Open parentheses. V minus 10. Close parentheses. Draw your distribution symbols. Right here. Negative 8 times v is negative 8v. Negative 8 times 2 is negative 16 equals 4 times v is 4v. 4 times negative 10 is negative 40. All right, so we're going to isolate the variable minus 4v on both sides. And here we get 4v minus 4v is 0. Negative 8v minus 4v, bigger negative number, negative 12v. Okay, let's rewrite. Negative 12v minus 16 equals negative 40. Okay? Sorry, couldn't see it. Now we'll add 16 to both sides. On the left, it's 0. On the right, I'm going to have to go ahead and do it. Okay, we get 24. So it's negative 12v equals negative 24. So I divide both sides by negative 12. Cancel, cancel. V equals negative by a negative is positive. 24 by 12 is 2. So V equals 2. And finally, number 10. Last one. 10, we're given n plus 8. It's an ugly looking 8 over 8 equals n minus 1 over 6. I feel like I'm doing a Mario Kart time trial. Now we'll distribute. We will butterfly, and then we will write it out. 6 times n plus 8, close parentheses, equals 8. Okay, times open parentheses n minus 1, close parentheses. We'll distribute. 6 times n is 6n. 6 times 8 is 48, so plus 48 equals 8 times n is 8n. 8 times negative 1 is negative 8. And now we try to find n by itself. We're going to subtract 8n from both sides. Okay, there's other ways to do this. The order doesn't really matter, but as long as you 8n minus 8n, and then 6n minus 8n is negative 2n. So now I'll rewrite negative 2n plus 48 equals negative 8. Now I'll subtract 48 from both sides. I've now got 48 minus 48 on the left is 0. Negative 8 minus 48. It's a bigger negative number. Okay, it's negative 56. So now I have negative 2n equals negative 56. I want to divide both sides by negative 2. And we need to see what 56 divided by 2 is. 2 goes into 5 2 times, carry the 1. 2 goes into 6 8 times, so it's 28. The 2's cancel here, or the negative 2's cancel. I got n equals negative by a negative is a positive. 56 by 2 is 28, so n equals 28. You're done. Thanks, guys. Please like the video if this was helpful. We finished it in 19 minutes, so that was just under 2 minutes per problem. Awesome.